back out. And this is...
Elle Macpherson, and we're here at Norman Lindsay's estate.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be really nice. This is the garden where Sirens was filmed.
Oh, fabulous. And we get a bit of a look around all the statues and all the rest. All through the program tonight.
What else?
Being a Sydney girl originally, did you come up to the mountains when you were younger?
Yeah, I used to come up here all the time in May, the May school holidays. I had a friend of mine called Penny Morrison and her family, and I would be invited up to this place. We used to rent a big house not far from here in Blackheath.
Right.
And we used to come up, we used to go mountain walking, and used to play spy games.
Good.
Sing songs around the fire, and it was really, I had really good memories.
What are you doing? Watching you sleep. Looks like you both had another punishing night. I wish you wouldn't creep into our room every morning. We've just been for a swim. I just wanted to tell you how nice the water was.
This really isn't a film about Norman Lindsay, but it does incorporate some of his ideas about the idea of, you know, repression of the church, the things that he did have to deal with. But then he was pretty isolated. He kept himself isolated. He created this haven here, and I always imagine him having, you know, he was a bohemian, but he's just such a wonderful spirit. And I think that's what you feel here, the spirit of a person.
Mr. Campion, in my opinion, the female body is the most beautiful thing in the world. And if it turns you into a ravenous maniac, then I would suggest that it may be a very good idea if your wife takes the greatest care to get undressed behind a screen.
I'm very comfortable with nudity anyway, so it wasn't really an issue for me. First of all, getting Sirens out is more, you know, the most important thing.
Ever get a chance to lean on the gate?
Oh, I wish I had a gate to lean on. No, I do. I get time off. I really do. I work very intensely for... Now it's been 3 months. I really haven't had a day off, and it's been very, very intense. But hopefully I'll get August off. I'll take August off, and I'll take a few days here and there in June and July. So, but my work is really pleasurable. I meet wonderfully interesting people, and I'm doing so many different things that it keeps me, you know, it keeps my energy level really high. It doesn't feel like work.
Oh, it's a wonderful old house, isn't it? Yeah.
Now, most of this was all closed off when we were filming. We really only used one room, and this was all, you know, closed off to protect the floors and the space.
Oh, that's heartbreaking all the same. So this is a bit of a first time, some of this
This is the first time. I haven't seen.
Goodness.
Now, it's the wonderful things. Look at this.
Some of these wonderful.
Isn't this wonderful? The radiator cap designed for Rose Lindsay's car. Now, you see her in the car. Remember she's driving
the grey
car? And there it is up there. But look at it. It says it's the Sphinx is cast in lead from melted paint tubes.
Goodness, he can't have been as rich as you might guess.
I don't think he was. Famous magic pudding.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, just look at those faces. Such a sense of humour. It was shot all around here. Everything that you see was really done here, except for the waterhole scene, which was shot about an hour and a half away. Because and we'll have a look later on at the waterhole, and you'll see there's no water in there. That's why we had to shoot somewhere else.
Ah, but there really was. So there was one, but it just
there
didn't
was
have any
one,
water
but
in
there's
it.
just no water. Now look at her, isn't she lovely?
Oh, she's glorious.
And what a wonderful juxtaposition between having her here with the bush behind. That was like the thing on the top of the car, the little miniature that we saw inside.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely fabulous. And a very gutsy thing to put something like that in a bush garden, isn't
especially in this position, which is such a strong, you know, woman empowered position, I think, more than anything.
Because they were not very empowered in
At that time, no. Well, they probably were in his mind. And this is where we would come down here every day,
Right.
in the story, which
Yeah.
is down here, to our waterhole,
Except the waterhole was somewhere else.
except the waterhole was somewhere else. And we used to have to sing. There's one shot where we're singing this song, and I have a terrible voice. I'm petrified of having to sing in public.
We were going to get to your fears later on in the story.
Well, there you go. And
Yes,
it
I
was
have the
like,
same
please
fear.
don't make me do the singing again.
Oh, it's quite big, isn't it?
Now, he was really
Yeah.
smart because he'd done it so that there were all these, like, tracks where the water, the natural water would flow into it.
Yeah.
Imagine, it must have been so lush.
And to come down here, I mean, they've just had a backburn, but obviously
Yeah.
this would have been glorious bushland behind it.
All these Sydney red.
Yeah, they're lovely. Oh, you know your plants, haven't forgotten. You ever done any dabbling in art yourself? Or don't you ever have time for yourself?
Well, no, I used to when I was at school. That was the one thing that I majored in, if that was, if you will, was art.
So the dream, I mean, yeah, kids and all that.
Yeah, I'd love to have kids. I think it's really fortunate that these days women don't have to have children as young as they used to. I mean, technologically speaking, we can have children a lot older, and I think it's also much more accepted in the society that a woman can work and she can have a career and also have children, or wait until later to have children. And so we live in a really special time.
Would this be your favourite spot in the garden?
Now, my favourite spot in the garden's up there. Come on, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So here we are.
So this is where all the they're not real swings.
Not real swings.
Oh.
I really love that scene, though. The swings were there the whole time. And I thought they were part of the...
Yeah, the garden.
Part of the garden, too, but they weren't, apparently. And this is where Devlin was there with the rope, pulling the... behind the fairies.
We were like, almost like puppets in that. Yeah.
Look what we've got here, this poor old tree. Now, you're telling me you just think it's old age?
Yeah, it's an old wattle. Wattles have a lifespan, and this one is unfortunately...
Over.
Yeah.
He's gone to meet his maker.
Is there ever a blur between Elle, the fabulous creature that's in the media or whatever, and Eleanor Gow? I mean...
One is the one that's in the media and one is the person at home. They're two different things. I don't believe I am the sum total of my public image. Of course, there's a lot of myself that's in there, but I don't believe I am, you know, the body, Macpherson, all those catchphrases that you know, that you read about.